The Viktor Gyokeres transfer saga is starting to get really weird. It's no secret that Gyokeres has been one of Europe's hottest strikers over the last 2 seasons. The Swedish striker has managed a monstrous 97 goals and a further 26 assists across 102 appearances for Sporting. This season alone, he managed an outrageous 54 goals and 12 assists across 52 appearances, finishing second only to Real Madrid's Kylian Mbappe for the European Golden Shoe. And across the last 2 European League seasons, no striker has topped Gyokeres' 68 league goals in that time. With the Swede not only continuing his outrageous start to life in Portugal, but also building upon it in impressive fashion, Gyokeres began to catch the eye of some of Europe's elite clubs, most notably Manchester United and Arsenal, with Juventus also being linked with the Sporting striker. But despite Gyokeres being one of Europe's most prolific strikers, his €100 million release clause became a massive roadblock in securing his signature. Early in the summer, reports began emerging that Sporting president Federico Varandas had a gentleman's agreement with the Swede that the club would sell him for a fee of €60 million plus €10 million in add-ons, and Gyokeres felt that Varandas did not hold up his end of the deal. Varandas was quick to shoot these rumors down in early June of this summer, stating that no gentleman's agreement was in place and that at that point, no bid had been made for Sporting's marksman. Gyokeres seemingly confirmed this in an Instagram post, but reports continued to emerge that the Swede was unhappy with Sporting's rigidness in getting a transfer over the line. With Sporting seemingly uninterested in selling Gyokeres for less than what they perceive his value to be, many of the clubs interested in securing his signature have begun looking elsewhere in their hunt for a number 9. But today, a new bombshell dropped in the Gyokeres transfer saga. A new report came out that Gyokeres is prepared to go on strike if Sporting do not sell him, and that the Swedish number 9 is refusing to report back for his preseason duties despite already being granted an additional 1-week break. Now, whether these rumors are true or complete nonsense, Varandas' recent claims in the media have been nothing short of bizarre. In a recent interview, Varandas stated, quote, "Closing the transfer window is the cure for any ill. Disgruntled players are not a problem. Viktor staying will not be a problem for us, it will be a problem for our opponents." And as if that statement wasn't weird enough, Varandas also stated, quote, "We have been watching the market and I saw Zubimendi, who is 6 months younger than Viktor, leave for €65 million. I saw Matheus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo, both forwards who in my opinion do not have Viktor's market value or quality, being negotiated for around €75 million. Varandas rounded out this ludicrous line of statements with, quote, "Given the demands we consider fair, I believe Viktor could leave unless he has the worst agent in the world, which is hard for me to believe because he is one of the best footballers in the world." Now, there's a lot to unpack here. For one, there is no agreement in place for Zubimendi to go to Arsenal. So either Varandas knows something that nobody else does, or he is completely making this up and relying on outrageous journalism. Secondly, part of the reason that Mbeumo hasn't left Brentford yet is because of the fee that they are demanding. And Cunha's deal was only made possible because of the payment structure. United were not willing to pay his fee up front, and there hasn't been any reporting to suggest that Sporting would be willing to accept a similar structure for payment in a potential Gyokeres transfer. The deal is also a lot more complicated for Gyokeres because of the recent track record of attackers coming out of Liga Portugal. Darwin Núñez and Gonçalo Ramos are 2 recent examples of big money sales out of Liga Portugal who have largely failed to impress considering their respective transfer fees. Mbeumo and Cunha, on the other hand, have proven track records in the Premier League. There's much less risk involved in signing players like them who are around the same age as Gyokeres, but have already shown that they can provide high levels of output in the Premier League, which is something that the Swedish striker cannot yet claim. And to me, it also doesn't make any sense not to sell Gyokeres this summer. He has 3 years left on his deal, and spending another season in Portugal will not increase his transfer value. In fact, letting his contract come closer to its expiration will drastically reduce the fee that Sporting can demand for his signature. Playing hardball in this situation will likely only hurt Sporting in the long run. But what do you guys think? Are Varandas and Sporting being unrealistic in their demands, or should Gyokeres accept potentially spending another season in Lisbon and seek a move next summer? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you are new.